J Bills reunited with AJ Bunker, still with the hardware, showing it strong. How are you doing, sweetheart?
I'm really good, thank you, babe. Really good, yes.
Yeah. Well, you're on presenting duty, so it seems.
Yes, so I'm doing my first presenting sort of role today for
Yeah.
my sponsor. I think, just got to be more confident in it. But yeah,
Yeah.
it feels weird being on the other side.
I know.
It feels weird. It feels weird, but I'm
Yeah.
enjoying it. Like, I'm enjoying it. And I think as the week goes on, I'm going to get more confident and better at it.
It always
does,
ends up
yeah.
being that way. Like as you go on throughout, if you do something regularly,
Yeah.
then you'll pick that up quite
Yeah, and
easily.
I definitely want to do this regularly. I love it. I'm loving it.
You're a great talker though in general, like especially
This
like
is
from
the
your
thing, I'm like,
reality
why
background.
am I so like nervous? But it is just talking.
Yeah.
It is just talking.
I know it is talking, but I think it's. I
I'm
think it's.
thinking of questions, and I'm like, oh my god, I start overthinking what questions to ask, and I'm like, no, I can't think of anything.
Yeah. So then it's like a blank then, and then you have to
like-
bring yourself back.
And there's like a little tumbleweed, and the person's there, like, you're gonna,
say
yeah.
something?
And I'm like, yeah.
So it's a bit crazy. I mean, well, what's not lacking on your part is the fact that you're coming strong and you're bringing the hardware with you. I said to you, congratulations from your fight with Little Belsy. Have you had time to reflect on your fight and, sitting down and actually looking back on the footage?
Yeah, I've sat and watched it back. There's definitely things I want to work on. There's things I'm proud of myself for. I'm proud of winning that fight. That I know I actually came into that fight as was meant to be the underdog. She was rated a lot higher than me on the pound for pound list, and she was the taller, heavier fighter, longer reach. She had the world, what is it? What's that word they say that they have a world.
What, international?
No, the coach, where they have like the coach that's like world defined or something. I can't remember the word is.
Like renowned or
Yeah,
something like that.
Because they
yeah.
trained like other world title boxers, and I'm just like, she thinks she's talking it all up, but so I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself for winning, and I know I put the work in, and obviously I moved camps, so I did the things I had to do to, improve.
So are you back on training at the moment, or have you taken some time off from that?
I know I'm taking some time off.
Okay.
Obviously, the fight was only like 2 weekends ago, so I spent the first week just catching up with friends and family. People don't realise in camp, you literally don't have a life. You genuinely don't have a life. You can't drink, I can't eat. I train throughout the day or sometimes in the evening, whenever you're training, it's hard to have a life and see your friends and family. And when you do have the spare time, I just want to sleep. I just want to sleep. I have a non-existent dating life because of boxing. So, this might be my period where I can maybe find myself a man.
Yeah, because I mean, when I first met you, back at the Rise of the Foot Soldier premiere, we were talking about before, that this was just off the back of you coming out of Love Island.
Yeah.
And, even then it was just like, okay, couldn't find the love of my life, but I'm still pushing on. How being it on reality TV and people know you as who you are, is it difficult, in the dating world, because people know who you are?
It is. It's very difficult. I feel like my dating life is worse now than it was before Love Island.
Oh, wow.
So, the streets are crazy out there. Like you tend to attract bad people
Right.
when you've been in the public eye. Like you attract people that maybe aren't so genuine.
Yeah.
So that's the only downside to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I spoke to Astrid Wett yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Does she
we're going to talk about this.
Does she?
Well, basically, when I spoke to her and I said about what you said to me, saying that you want a rematch with Astrid and that you would want to have both titles on the line, she basically said, nah, it's not of interest to me.
Yeah, of course it is, because she knows she's going to get smoked. No disrespect, but I left her face like, she don't want it. She don't want to go through that pain again. So that's what it is. Because I feel like that was such a close fight in terms of people were like, it's rigged, a robbery. She should want to come back and make it a more convincing win.
Yeah.
But then if she doesn't want to, then she clearly is scared.
Because she stated that you were complaining about cutting down in weight and things like that. But I remember you said in our interview when you won the championship that you'd be willing to go up and down depending to get to her size range.
The reason for that is Astrid took so long to get her contract across the line. So by the time she actually agreed on the weight, she made me come down even lower than the weight that we agreed with 4 weeks notice. So I only had 4 weeks to cut that weight. But if I know now it's 112, best believe I'll make that weight correctly and in time to make 112. So that's down to her giving me a very short notice and changing the weight that we were going to meet at.
Well, I mean, if it seems like now it's not happening in the meantime, I mean, is there anyone else like on the Misfits card that on the Misfits roster that you might have your eye on for a future bout?
Look, I know Elbrook wants it. Look, so it probably will be that. I've heard it might be a mandatory fight. Whoever wants it, I'm not scared. Like I've got this belt. I'm going to defend this belt. This belt's coming home with me, and I'll work super hard. I just have to have the time off right now to enjoy life, enjoy Christmas, enjoy spending time with my friends. Actually have a bit of a life for a bit. But then in the new year, definitely, best believe, like, look, I'm not scared of anyone. I'll take on anyone. The money's right, then yeah, just best believe I will be fighting whoever wants it. So.
Because I know that obviously with Elbrook, like there's a story like, you know, for you two if it were to be, and the same for you and Astrid if it were to be. But it just seems at the moment everything's kind of like chilled at the minute, so we don't really know what's going on for right now.
Yeah. Look, if Elle starts bringing the smoke, then I'll defend it. But at the moment, everything seems quite chilled. Like there's just not any beef there right now. It's like, although I did hear something, AFL TV mentioned something to me, so that apparently she thinks that I'm sleeping with Mams to get where I am. So yeah, that ruined my gears a little bit. But yeah, look, you know me, I'm a quite a chilled person. Like I only like don't just basically if someone starts poking the bear, then we'll see what happens. But right now everything's been quite chill.
Yeah.
Who knows? Still early in fight week.
That's it.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Speaking of fight week, just to get your predictions real quick in terms of from top of the card to the bottom. So let's start with KSI versus Tom Fury. Who have you got for that and why?
So I've got. It's a difficult one. Obviously, the odds are with Tommy Fury.
Yeah.
Obviously, he should have the win. He should, but obviously, I'm always usually the underdog. You know this. Like I've come in with 2 weeks' notice. The Elbrook fight, the fight I had in November was against a very heavier fighter. Again, with the fight I've just recently had, I was the underdog again. So I always will back the underdog. And KSI's the underdog. So yeah, I got to back KSI. Like I know underdogs have. And he's got the heart and the mindset to like push through. So yeah, I just want the underdog to win, and that's KSI in this fight. So yeah.
Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis.
I'm going to go with Logan Paul just because I have no idea about what Dylan Dennis's boxing ability is like. So yeah, Logan Paul, that one.
Okay. Dean versus Waleed, the rematch.
Waleed.
Why do you think Waleed for this?
Only because I feel like Waleed was winning that last fight. And I've come off a loss. When you lose, it sets like a fire off in your belly that you don't want to lose again. And I saw in an interview that he was in yesterday that he cried after that loss. Like I cried after my loss. It's a horrible feeling. So when you know the emotions that you go through when you lose, you don't want to go back there. So it's like it turns you into like a psychopath. Like it turns you into someone that's like I don't care what I've got to do to win this fight. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to train the hardest I've ever trained. And I feel like that would have set Waleed off and that lit that fire in his belly. He ain't gonna and he hates Dean. He doesn't want Dean to have those bragging rights.
Yeah, of course.
So
but more to bring to the table for that.
Yeah.
Anthony Taylor versus King Kenny.
Difficult one. Again, King Kenny's got the reach. He looked really, really good against Winderson. But Anthony Taylor, man, he ain't no joke. He ain't no joke. He's very good at breaking down what's the best way to beat your opponent. Like we saw that with Pappy. Like Pappy's a very good fighter. I even think I rate Pappy over King Kenny. So if Anthony. And maybe that's biased because obviously I'm in Pappy's camp.
Yeah, you know.
Obviously I'm in Pappy's camp. But yeah, I just feel like if Anthony could take Pappy down, then yeah, I don't know. It's a difficult one though because Kenny's come on leaps and bounds and his progression. So yeah, I don't know that one.
It seems like a 50-50 on that one for you.
It's a bit of a different one.
I mean, I know the answer to this one, but Slim versus Salt Pappy.
I got back my boy Pappy. I've seen how hard he's trained in camp, and obviously we've seen the journey's gone on with losing the weight and everything else. So he's, I have no doubts in my mind. We're champ camp, baby. He's gonna bring that belt home, and then we're gonna have 2 champions in our camp. So.
Wow, you're just looking for that one more, innit? Small Spartan J, you, and potentially Salt Pappy.
And then
Filipino fire crowd.
Filipino fire. I think Alex Wasabi is Filipino as well.
Yes.
Bryce Hall's part Filipino.
So you got a lot of people.
I've been wanting to build a Filipino card. I think it needs to happen.
Well, I mean, I've been talking to people about if there were to be a Filipino card, like how that would set off, especially like for you representing and stuff like that. Alexia Grace versus Astrid Wett. I know obviously it's kind of like, but what are you looking at?
So I don't know if Alexia's faking being shit on the pads, because I did that with my open workout, and I'm just like, she might not be giving anything away right now. She might actually surprise us. But if Alexia is anything like what she did on the pads yesterday, then she's getting smoked by Astrid. But as I said, I faked my open workout. She might be faking her open workout to just not give anything away. So we'll see.
And Pineda and B-Day versus Nick Elameo and Alex Wasabi. I think I know where you're going with this one too.
Oh man, that's actually a difficult one, because it's like, I really want B-Dave and Pineda to win. But obviously Nick Laymao is like, I think he's actually really good at boxing. And I'm not too sure about what Alex Wasabi, I know he's fought before. But I want B-Dave and Pineda to win, just because I just think that'll be jokes.
Cool. And then for you, the rest of the week, what are you looking to do at this point?
I'm going to be interviewing this week.
Hey.
I'm on the other side this week.
All right. So you get to see what it's like full stop. Is this your first time actually doing it?
Yeah, I'm really nervous. I was really nervous.
Yeah, we were talking about it. Look, once you get settled in, then it should be a lot easier. Once you get like the flow. When you get a flow, then you should be fine.
It was just my first interview with King Kenny. It was so bad. I think I asked like 2 questions, and I was like, oh shit! It should just have a conversation.
I bet he'll understand.
No, I did. I just say beforehand. I was like, "You're taking my V plates right now." So, my interviewing V plates. So.
Right. Well, on that note, we'll leave it there. AJ, it's always a pleasure to see you every single time, and again, congratulations on the hardware, and hopefully to see you maybe before the end of the year or maybe next year, 2024.
Oh, I just want to enjoy Christmas, and everything. My birthday's in December, so probably.
So is mine.
When's yours?
25th.
Oh my God, Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Mine's the 7th.
Oh, so Sagittarius.
Yeah.
So my brother's he's on the 9th, so he's 2 days after you.
Oh, I love that.
All right,
Fellow Saggy. He must be amazing. Saggis are the best.
Yeah, they have a lot of energy. I know that for sure.
Fiery characters.
Fiery.
Passionate, fiery characters.
We're the ones that try and calm you down in terms of like earthy and you just don't want to hear it.
Yeah, we don't. You're a Capricorn, aren't you? You're a Capricorn.
I am.
Yeah.
Hey, there you
yeah,
heard it.
you're not about this fiery energy. You're like, I just want a calm, easy life.
And then you're like the disruptors.
We are. We love it. We love it. Actually, as I've got older, though, I have calmed down a lot. I feel like I need my fire side to come out. When I'm in the boxing ring, obviously, that comes out. But
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, if you saw me a few years back, I was a very little menace.
Hey, boy, I guess I'm seeing you now, which is a great sign. Like, maybe I'm getting the calmer side of the fire.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely, you're getting the calmer side right now. Trust me.
Well, AJ, it's always a pleasure. Enjoy yourself, baby.